Welcome back to The Opposers, the channel where we don't tell you what to think. We just show you how the moment is being framed. And today's moment? Before we begin, let's set the stage. The Opposers is about more than a birthday. It's about the architecture of a life, the rise, the reinvention, the legacy. It's about the people who shaped culture, challenged norms, and left fingerprints on the world. Today, we step into the life of a woman who has mastered the art of transformation, a woman whose performances don't just entertain, they unsettle, provoke, and linger, a woman who built a career on emotional precision and psychological depth. This is the story of Glenn Close.
Bored, Dan.
I think it was the first time people realized I could be sexy.
Yet somehow the bona fide movie star never has felt quite at home in Hollywood.
I mean, frankly, I've always felt like I'm a bit of an outsider. I still feel like I'm an outsider.
Do you really?
Yes. I still feel there's caverns of the unknown in me.
Does that motivate you a little bit, though? Feeling like, oh, I'm an outsider here. I want to keep pushing and keep pushing?
Yes, because I think there's still discoveries to be made. You just have to find the right team.
The making of a chameleon. Glenn Close was born on March 19, 1947, in Greenwich, Connecticut, but her childhood was anything but predictable. Her early years were shaped by movement, discipline, and a complex family dynamic. Her father, a doctor, traveled extensively. Her mother carried the emotional weight of a household that was always shifting, and Glenn, observant, introspective, quietly absorbing the world, learned early how to adapt. She grew up in an environment where identity was fluid, where roles changed depending on the room, the moment, the expectation. And that's the seed of her genius. Before she ever stepped onto a stage, she was already studying human behavior. The micro-expressions, the emotional fractures, the masks people wear. It wasn't acting, it was survival, and it would become her superpower.
Let it maybe get into me as deep as it might have. I mean, I think that's what literally kept me on course of doing what I wanted to do at a very early age, which was be an actor.
The woman who could become anyone. Her breakthrough came not from chasing fame, but from embracing craft. After years of stage work, Glenn Close exploded onto the film scene in the early 1980s with a trio of performances that announced her arrival with authority. The World, according to Garp, The Big Chill, The Natural 3 films. 3 Oscar nominations, 3 completely different characters. Hollywood didn't know what to make of her. She wasn't a type. She wasn't a trend. She wasn't a mold. She was a force. And then came the role that changed everything.
And she made the most of it. A Tony-nominated performance on Broadway led to a role in her first movie, The World According to Garp, where she starred alongside Robin Williams and earned an Academy Award nomination right out of the gate.
Is that the latest fashion?
No, Mom, that's the oldest profession.
The first scene I did was a long tracking shot, and it was with Robin Williams at night. Terror was like here. And he was so wonderful. I think he must have sensed it, and somehow we got through it. But yeah, that was trial by fire.
An incredible run of Oscar-nominated roles in The Natural, Fatal Attraction, and Dangerous Liaisons began in 1983 with The Big Chill.
When did you start to feel comfortable?
I had a moment in The Big Chill. I realized I started to understand how powerful thought is on film, that it's just as powerful as the spoken word.
Nearly a decade after Garp, Close reunited with Robin Williams in an unrecognizable cameo in Hook, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Spielberg said, "Do you want to be a pirate?" I said, "Sure."
So they gave you the beard and put you in
chest hair.
The boo box. The boo box.
I think a lot of people at first didn't understand that that was you. And then there you were.
No, I mean, the script girl tried to hit on me.
You look good as a pirate, apparently.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Part of the fun for Close has come in moving seamlessly between movies, Broadway, and television.
You are in this office to wait for instructions. You don't have license to think.
On her latest adventure, Close stars with Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx in the new Netflix movie, Back in Action.
Should we hug or something?
No, I'm British. We don't hug. It was a really fun character, a retired MI6 mother of Cameron Diaz. I was amused by the script. I thought it was almost a throwback to those great spy romp movies.
You're described sort of as a gangster grandma, is one way I heard it.
Well, the first time you see her, she's shooting birds, and she obviously knows how to,
She
use a
drops
gun.
one quickly.
Yeah, she drops one really quick. It's a very good shot. And also just her no bullshitness. Don't test me, dear. I'm still a damn good shot.
Working with Cameron in the first movie she's done in a long time, almost a decade, that must have been really special for both of you.
Yeah, she's so lovely. And we had some good chats, and I mean, she just has an ease about her. It's like, you haven't forgotten how to ride a bicycle. The atmosphere on the set was wonderful. Jamie loves to have music, in between setups, so there's always some kind of jive going on. And it's very important who you spend your time with, It's just as important as what's written on the page as who you leave home for. That's the way I look at it.
Life's too short.
It's so true.
Yeah.
For Close, a life in show business is captured best by a line from a treasured letter she received from another iconic actress, Katharine Hepburn.
She wrote me this wonderful letter, and she said, I'm so happy that I had something to do when you were a mere child to get you into this terrible profession, this terrifying profession. And let's face it, this delicious way to spend your life. I take that to heart because it is terrible, it is terrifying, and it is also delicious.
And
Glenn Close matters today because she represents something rare. The power of depth in a world obsessed with speed. The power of craft in a world obsessed with celebrity. The power of reinvention in a world obsessed with youth. She reminds us that artistry is not about perfection. It's about courage. Courage to go deeper. Courage to be uncomfortable. Courage to tell the truth, even when it's messy. Her legacy isn't just in awards or roles. It's in the emotional imprint she leaves on audiences. It's in the characters who feel real because she made them real. It's in the generations of actors who study her work like scripture. Glenn Close is not just a performer, she is a blueprint. Thank you for taking the time to explore the rise, reinvention, and legacy of Glenn Close with us. Her story is a reminder that mastery isn't loud, it's deliberate. It's built through discipline, depth, and the courage to keep evolving long after the world thinks it has you figured out. If this episode gave you something to think about, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so more people can join these conversations. Your engagement keeps the opposers moving, questioning, and digging deeper into the lives that shaped our culture. We appreciate you being here. More stories await.